this already. But first things first, off the bat this morning, minimum wages. Could you believe that there are people out there working for $570 a month?
1995 wages.
People out there working for $635 a month. $25 a day. $870 a month. Could you believe it? So the Labor Department, Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, Fisheries, Rural Transformation and Labor posted on, it was shared in the newspaper on Friday, posted on their social media page, Labor Department SVG. You should pay me for that. Right?
Security workers, agriculture workers, domestic workers, and industrial workers.
Which is like the core.
Yes.
Because a lot of people are fall within these brackets, right? So for security workers, a day shift, 8 hours inclusive of 1 hour lunch. Night shift, 12 hours. I don't understand how some people work in 12 hours regardless of when the sun's shining, but maybe that is another issue for another day.
That's a whole half a day.
More, see less.
A whole half a day.
12 hours a day, $870 a month.
$36.25 a day. Oh gosh. You okay over there? Catch yourself. That sound like a COVID boy. Agricultural workers.
Pass me the hand sanitizer, boss.
Sheltered agricultural workers, 8 hours, inclusive 1 hour lunch, $40 per day. Unsheltered agricultural workers, 6 hours, inclusive 1 hour, get $36 a day. A watchman.
$36?
Yeah, $36.
So that will end up to more than...
That's if you're unsheltered. You know, they have persons who work on the lands. They have a
you reached down to agriculture, right?
Yeah, you finished security guard.
Right. Oh, I was trying to follow $36 now.
Right. So then on the agriculture workers, if you're a watchman, you work for 12 hours, you get $44 a day.
So it's by a watchman instead of security guard?
I'm saying.
What's the difference?
No,
because they're watching food?
You work security at the agriculture place.
If you're agriculture worker and you're working in hazardous conditions, for 5 hours, you get $40 a day.
Wait, what?
I would guess that would be with the chemicals.
Yeah, if you're actually spraying pesticide on the field. No, you get more.
No, you get more.
Because you only work for 5 hours.
So wait. So which
one
$44?
Well, a watchman still gets more than you.
Right.
No.
Yes, it's right there.
No. The watchman has to work for 12 hours to get $44.
Yes, my bad.
The work in hazardous conditions in agriculture, he or she works for 5 hours and gets $40. So their hourly rate is $8 as opposed to $2. 12 and 12, 24. No, $4.
So you work safer and longer and get more. And you work dangerous and less and get less.
Something like that. So domestic workers now, if you're living in accommodation, 11 hours maximum inclusive of 2 hours rest and meals, $510 a month. Worker without living in accommodation, 10 hours maximum, including 2 hours rest and meals, $570 a month. So I guess they're giving us $60 to move from the place to go back home, which ain't really cutting it because you know how it is. Transportation is kind of costly, especially if you're coming from a far distance. $10 if for some people, much less. Adult caregiver with living in accommodation, 11 hours, $635 a month. All right. A gardener, 6 hours, including 1 hour lunch, $635 again. We go plant some flowers, some bougainvilleas and so on.
That's all we do.
Worker in a nursing home, 8 hours, $635. Child's caregiver at daycare center, 8 hours, $635. Worker employed on a day-to-day basis, $32 a day. Domestic workers, $32 a day.
Question though.
What?
Which year is this? This is for current.
This is 2022.
2022.
What?
This was posted the other day, like Friday, and then we posted on the Facebook page.
So it is for 2022, or it was like
it is going forward. This is it. This is our minimum wage.
Yes.
Minimum wage, you know.
I read in an article. When we finish, I'll find the article. Industrial workers now, miners, bakers, food processors, etc. If you work 8 hours a day, inclusive of 1 hour lunch, you get $48 a day. Construction workers, unskilled workers, you work 6 hours a day, you get $42.
Construction workers.
Yeah.
Huh.
Apprentice.
No.
8 hours.
We all know that ain't true.
Here's what I wrong name.
Yeah, that ain't true.
Unskilled workers, 6 hours, 42.
Yeah, it's construction
Workers, 8 hours inclusive, 1 hour lunch, $48 a day.
Okay, well, clearly something is wrong.
I do think construction workers
what I
work for $48 a day.
I guess you have a different.
If you get it from the same place, it's supposed to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yours don't look a bit more.
I got this from the Facebook page.
Yeah, this is from the newspaper.
Oh. The same thing.
This has a little bit of probably a better outline over there.
Okay.
The industrial workers, if you're an apprentice, you work 8 hours inclusive of 1 hour lunch, $25 a day. That's what ends for me for industrial workers.
How are people making it on these, especially like apprentice, $25 a day?
Clearly, you just working to feed yourself.
No,
I can't feed yourself. You could.
no, it can't.
You can't feed yourself for $25 a day.
Check it out, right?
You cannot.
It depends where you buy.
You cannot feed yourself on $25 a day, solar.
Chicken back. You get breadfruit.
What I can do?
Feed you.
I'm just
doing the maths.
All right. Hold the maths. So every day you can buy chicken back and bread.
Well, you gotta do what
that's basically how much chicken back and bread.
It's rough though.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Because the basic cost of living is way beyond $635, $570 a month. And sometimes the people who are working for $570 a month, they're like the breadwinner in the house, you know. And they have more, like, they have children to take care of, probably an elderly in the home to take care of. More or less to stay connected, right?
You didn't even
and you see,
you didn't even include bills.
well, I starting to list the bills now.
Yeah,
You like
To stay connected, right? Right, you're mobile. And you realize that mobile being connected is like a necessity now,
Yes.
right? So it's like $100 a month. That's one. $100 gone there, right?
Okay.
Electricity.
$575, right?
Uh-huh.
Mobile, $100. That's $475.
Electricity. Let's say average $100.
That's $375.
Not
Right?
gonna happen.
Water, $50.
Now, their water bill is low, so their water bill will be like $20 something or something.
I would say $30.
I would say 30,
Yeah.
30,
Right?
30. You say
And
$100
then-
for the water
Right.
for
So
the
that's $445. $345. Sorry.
So what else you have? Transportation. Let me say one, $100.
And that going to raise.
We don't know if it's gonna go up because they are getting some support in terms of the fuel that is coming in. You're not gonna pay the full price at the port anymore, which means that should be stop laughing, Nano. Which means that should be translated to the pumps, right? Which means the van drivers are going to be paying less for fuel. Which might mean that the government will come back and say, well, we don't need to raise the van fares anymore. So I would put an asterisk on that.
When does the 3 months start though?
I don't know, but
Okay.
we're calculating people's salary.
Okay.
Right. So
Right?
we are $245
$100.
after water bill.
Right? You might want to treat yourself a little $50 or something for yourself because you might need a new shoe.
$195.
I don't know which shoes you're going to buy
Right?
for $50.
You stick up there, find shoe for $50 or shoe in town for $20 on
Yeah,
thing.
you go fine.
But
So-
we go.
Right? And then $20 shoes just sell so.
So
I
you-
mean, that is lucky for a woman and all, but
Yeah.
let me
You
just
are
start-
barefoot.
Men stuff naturally expensive.
but
Generally
let
expensive.
me just continue down this
No matter
path.
where we buy it, it's expensive.
Okay.
So we talking from a woman point of view now.
So
Yeah?
Okay.
that's $285.
Then she got to buy sanitary napkins.
That's $195.
Oh gosh.
That's like $30 a month, plus or minus, right?
$165.
Okay. Now she has to eat. What is she gonna eat for $165 a month?
Food.
And I have not spoken about the possibility of her getting ill. So she
Right.
gonna have to
Monthly.
right. She gonna have to buy maybe a little medication here
Exactly.
and there.
Just consultancy fee to go to the
Okay,
to see her.
$50.
$50. Oh,
Right.
gosh.
Let alone if she
Monthly.
needs new clothes.
Oh gosh.
Let alone if she wait. I ain't even put in savings. Savings should have been the first thing there.
What save it?
That is true. What's saving?
Savings.
What is saving?
Make it was if she has a child,
Exactly.
If she has a child, that money done.
the money done before it even
Yeah. So
reach in her
just forget
pocket.
about where those call out there
Yeah.
and just put child. $575.
570. Oh my goodness
And
me.
that depends on the age of the child.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying.
It's still
because
money. It's
Baby,
still money,
yes,
boss.
Yes.
Sharing expensive.
Still money. Listeners, right? If you are working within these sectors here, right? And this is your salary. Every end of month, this is what you collect.
Please,
How do you like budget?
I just want to know how. Please tell me if you
if you made that, just like shoot a message. You don't have to say who you be. Just say how you survive. Because this could be something. That person should be a national hero too.
I just want to know
Really?
how you just do your budgeting.
How could you budget when you don't have enough coming in to
if
pay?
you're living off of this salary, okay. You see somebody say, "Where's the mortgage or the rent?" Oh gosh.
If you're renting, make
exactly. That is your whole.
You can't rent.
That is your whole salary.
You can't rent. You can't get a car. You can't think about making any worthy investment in anything at all.
Can't enjoy yourself. Once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. If we get you to do something.
Can't enjoy your body.
You can't.
But I still stuck on the food.
Let's say you want to go on a date.
How do you feed yourself?
You want to go on a date.
What date?
Which date?
Beach
you can't
free.
date when you're making 5 something a month. You
Beach is
free. To the date?
Oh, man. This is hard.
You can't handle leisure time.
Right? And you know what is worse than all of this is when employers want to take advantage of people and they're working for next to nothing.
Extortion.
And you have people who have to hold on to the work just because they're getting a little something at the end of the month. But the little something at the end of the month could hardly go anyway. And you want to treat people so unfairly.
I wonder if anybody does go above the minimum wage.
People do, man. People do.
You think it's possible to raise it though?
The minimum wage?
Yeah.
If you raise the minimum wage,
there's some pros and cons to it.
the pros is for the people who get the money. The cons is for who? The employer. Some businesses might close because they can't afford to go above the minimum wage. But the cost of living is going up. Is going up. Is going up. Is going up.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the war we are still witnessing between Russia and Ukraine. The other day, it was so difficult to get things into the country or into any country for that matter because there were hold up. They were holding up
some of the
shipments across the world.
Some of the pros towards minimum wage would be obviously higher wages for workers. That is one. Higher employee satisfaction, so persons will probably do their work better. You gain a good salary, you're gonna wanna, give that
hopefully
effort. Yes. Which would the motivation of the workers might increase.
So it might lead to increased productivity.
Yes, employees, might stay in companies for longer. You won't want to leave your job if you're getting a good pay and lower risk of conflict. So
hopefully.
Workers will be satisfied with everything. They'll be like, okay, I'm getting paid good. Why do we need to fight? Why do we need to curse? Let's work together, Crystal. So
that still don't give no excuse for a toxic work environment.
Reduction of wage differences and income inequality. Better chances for children from poor families.
I see people saying, how come they are so proud to share this? What you want them to do?
They're proud to share your salary?
How come they're so proud to put this in newspaper, put this on social media? Like they're alluding to like this is a shame. Watch a minimum wage.
If it could get the minimum wage from another country
to make a comparison. I think we would have to look into the economy.
Right. Probably something.
Yeah.
So somebody in the same economy as us, like similar situation.
Who?
And you take down. Exactly. Who?
Why y'all have St. Vincent and Grenadines so?
So what is the minimum wage in SVG?
All right. It says, and you thought slavery day is done. Somebody else said.
Come on, share the laugh.
But is there a rate for politicians?
That's sure. I don't have politician ready. Yeah, the post is over. I round of applause.
Why always stop so much?
Because everybody miss out that.
Why always stop so? But this was just specific to 4 sectors, right? And let me look at it again. Looks like unskilled. The unskilled sector. Right. So you don't necessarily need to get a certificate although under industrial workers. But wait. Under industrial workers, right? it has unskilled workers. Where do we put skilled workers? They fall under construction workers? Like people who, for example, sewing. Sewing is industrial, right? Yeah. People who actually go to acquire a certificate and they are certified. Where you putting them? Also, I mean, they're probably under miners, bakers, food processors, etc. They're probably under etc. etc. So $48.
The question is, when last
Maybe
was
that.
our minimum wage changed?
Does it matter when last it was changed?
Since the 1st of July 2008.
But how much of the overall sector for wages was changed in 2008? Wait, you asked me a question and
2008
I
was a
answered it.
recession.
No,
Why didn't you just say so in the first place?
Yeah,
So
I was like-
2008 was a recession.
2000 who?
8.
was a recession.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
know.
I'm pretty sure you had a recession in 2008.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. That's what's going in my. I'm remembering that. Remember 2008? I was probably on the beach and gallivanting in school. 2008. Oh yeah, college. I was in college. I was
2008,
studying
yeah, we were in
recession.
college.
I was studying
Carefree.
recession.
But the thing is, so far really low them times. So
They weren't as expensive.
Yeah.
Like life was not as expensive and challenging and complicated as it is now.
yeah, seriously.
But sweet as Fiji, how are y'all making it? I see a voice note there from Basically. Let me play it fast.
Good morning, sister. You still here going on? We how thing is today in St. Vincent, everything is double. If you understand what I'm saying, the price and the grocery or whatever, it's double. So people pay, supposed to double too for me to back with everything. You
Yeah.
understand? Because for me, I think security workers, people who do house cleaning, so get at least $80 a day. The laborer who work with the mason supposed to get $100 a day. The mason supposed to get $150 a day.
Yeah, I
And
hear that.
the carpenter $200 a day. So if you level up that, everything gonna work out well. So that's how you need to put that for everything work. Because I keep raising everything, so I raise it up it too.
You know, he's somewhat correct. Because carpenters, masons, and what was the other thing he mentioned?
Carpenters, masons,
and
domestic workers,
right.
people who like clean
Yeah, those are who basically carrying the
economy.
the economy, especially masons and carpenters. Got the building.
I think it was marijuana.
No, they carrying the outer wall.
Yeah, I'm just playing. But somebody said it's and indeed fact that the wages that they're paying people is too small, but we have to look at things both ways. Are the businesses making enough money to issue a pay raise to its employees?
But I the thing.
Here's another thing to consider. Just because the country stipulates that okay, your minimum wage legally is $510, it doesn't mean
don't
that
pay
the
me that.
business that the owner of the business has to pay that. He could pay higher or she could pay higher than that. I mean,
Should not go lower than that.
should not.
Should not.
Legally, you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
And if you're paid, and that's the other thing too, listen, it is good that they're sharing what is the minimum wage to the entire population. And if you're not sure what your minimum wage is, go and check it out at the Labor Department. Although they don't have the minimum wage for every sector. Well, that's besides the point.
Well,
go and check. Okay?
I saw an article
Educate
here that
yourself.
says- hold on, let me find.
But I don't think masons and stuff working for the 48 hours, as you see.
Masons
48,
are work-
42, whichever one it is, the 40 something dollars.
Masons are working, but I think
No,
like
the one from the art from the
Right,
article. there.
right. It's like at least $60, $80.
Right. That's
for a
so much.
laborer.
Right, exactly.
Right. So you see?
So I know for sure they don't work for that.
All right, that's the going rate. Minimum wage and going rate, two different things, yeah?
Mason work, I don't know.
It is. I tried it one time and I fell asleep after like 20 minutes. I was like, yeah, this is not for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's all right.
All righty then. So we're going to stick a pin on that. Keep your responses coming. Share how you feel about what you just heard. If
Yes.
you missed anything, you can check it back on our Facebook page at Extreme 104.
If you make it on the 800,
I need some tea.
yeah, just shoot a message. Let me know how you survive it.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, how you surviving.
Yeah, how you
How
survive
At
it.
Extreme 104 SVG.
How do you budget on that, man?
Yeah, you don't.
Oh gosh.
You don't. All right. It's now time for your X News and your local weather report right here on X104.3 FM.